So they don't get to use the game.
Three of the British Wheelchair Basketball Women's Premier League season between the East London Phoenix and the Cardiff Met Archers. Michael Hansen-Morris alongside Joel Clifton to bring you the action. And Joel, obviously first game of the season for the Phoenix, coming against a team from Cardiff who've had a couple of games under their belt early on.
That's it. The experience Cardiff have this season initially might give them a little bit of upper hand here. However, I know Phoenix have been working incredibly hard in pre-season on both their offence and their defence, and they'll be looking to start the season on a high and put a good performance out here today. But I tell you what, I can't call it. I really can't.
Yeah, and East London, Cardiff Met Archers, obviously year 3. East London Phoenix never lost against Cardiff on their home floor. So something that the home tide will try and keep up today. We'll start with the team news for both rosters. For Cardiff, a couple of big absentees that will definitely affect some lineups and rotations for head coach Tom Guntrip. No Ella Archer and no Francesca Antonazzi, which will definitely adjust the way Tom has to adjust with the rotation.
Yeah, 100%. There's difficulties there, but I think they must play maybe 1 point under points to play their main two bigs. But I tell you what, their 1 pointers are solid as they are. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens.
And as for East London Phoenix, good news, after 10 months out, Amy Conroy is in the lineup and she'll get her first competitive action underway. But no international players, so no Yulia van der Strong, no Mariska Baji, which is two huge losses for the Phoenix.
Yeah, 100%. It's difficult that that's had to happen for this game. I think the girls will be missing out on those two, and they'll be watching the live stream now, probably supporting their teammates. But yeah. I think they can be strong without it. They're well drilled, these girls. My team, Plymouth Fusion, we had a friendly against them last week, and they impressed me with the way that they locked us down in a lot of ways. Their low pointers know what they're doing. They're well drilled, and their shooters when they get hot, they can be lights out.
Yeah, and you talk about shooters, you don't need to look any further than Beth Wheeler, obviously probably the best three-point shooter in the WPL. She's done it for the last 2 seasons. Someone that the advantage of Joel really being able to stretch the floor and give defenses different things to have to guard.
100%. It opens up that defense because they have to jump her. If she gets hot from the three-point line, it's going to be curtains for Cardiff. So I'm hoping for a big game for her today.
Indeed, and we'll have a look at the full roster for the team. So Curran Brown will wear 3, Sophie Patterson making her WPL debut, number 6, 7 is DB Steele, 8 Fee Tillman, 10 Amy Conroy, 13 Beth Wheeler, 23 Jodie Waite, 24 Chloe Carter, and 29 will be Chloe Fiveash. And Joe, when you look at this East London Phoenix team, it's got that real mix of youth but also experience as well.
100%. You've got players with some serious potential on this team. Jodie Waite is a 1-pointer going to the Under-25 World Championships a couple of weeks ago. You've got Chloe Fiveash, who's a 16-year-old, I think. A lot of potential, a lot of pace, a lot of energy there. But with that experience of DB Steele, Amy Conroy, Beth Wheeler, that have been around the sport for years and they know what they're doing. So it's going to be a great game today. And I'm looking forward to see how Sophie Patterson comes back to competitive basketball. She told me this morning that she hasn't played a game since just before the lockdown. So it's pleased to see her back in the sport and getting involved. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, Sophie's first season really since 2018-2019, and that wasn't a full season. Obviously a former GB international, and obviously for the visitors Cardiff, the way through will be Adela Atkin, 4 Jade Atkin, 5 Bethany Francis, 6 Rebecca Ganley, 8 Libby Phillips, 10 Neve Watson, 11 Katie Morrow, 12 Leah Evans, 14 Sam Hill, and 15 potentially making her WPL debut, having broken into the squad last week, Nikita Wright. And Joe, obviously a lot of the attention goes inside with the likes of Katie and Sam, but really it's Adele Atkin and Leah Evans that kind of glue core of that Cardiff Met Archers team that do a lot of the little things to allow the bigs to have so much success.
100%. You know, the shots and the points that the bigs get are to do with how the low pointers get them into those positions and get them those mismatches. I think what's great about our sport and the fact we have this classification system and you can play with a range of disabilities is that it doesn't matter who scores the points. You have to work as a team to get your shooters into those kind of positions, and that's why if you can get low pointers like Adele, like Neve Watson, like Leah Evans in your team that are going to work to get the right shots, you can be really dangerous and give the bigs what they want to shoot that ball.
Yeah, and obviously we said Cardiff coming in already 2 games under the belt. Opening day victory against the Worcester Wolves 58-47. It was Sam Hill with 23 points, 14 rebounds, and Jade Atkin 21 and 9. And then last week, a score that maybe looks a little bit disproportionate. It ended Cardiff Met Archers 51, Loughborough Lightning 75. But Joel, Cardiff had a chance to cut that to 6 late in the third quarter, and then Loughborough really pulled away. But Cardiff will have a lot of positives from that game to take into today.
Yeah, 100%. They held themselves very, very well. Like you say, up until kind of the end of the third quarter, they were well in it. So that experience, especially playing against Loughborough, you know, the winners of last season, that will help them out today, for sure.
Yeah, and East London Phoenix, as we said, making their season debut. They'll travel to Worcester tomorrow and double-header weekend for the Phoenix. That's, I believe, a 2 o'clock tip at the University of Worcester Arena. As we are about to get ready onto floor, Cardiff in their white jerseys. It'll be Jade Atkin, Katie Morrow, Neve Watson, Leah Evans and Adele Atkin on the floor. And we'll see who comes out for the East London Phoenix. As the team just getting their final instructions from second-year head coach Adi Origami. It'll be Beth Wheeler, Curran Brown, Amy Conroy, Sophie Patterson and DB Steele for the Phoenix.
As expected, I think, with those lineups. Strong players across the board, well-drilled low pointers, sharp shooters. It's going to be a good game of action today. Jade Atkin taking the tip for the Cardiff Met Archers against Amy Conroy for the Phoenix.
And something's gone a little bit wrong. I'm not quite sure what, as a couple of our referees just chatting things over.
It's a usual routine at the beginning of a game. You set up for tip and you stare at your opposition while the referee sorts something out of the table. It's one of my favourite things when setting up for a game, is a casual chat with the person I'm tipping against.
I can tell you from the coaching side, you're ready to go, and it's just like waiting around. So we'll hopefully rectify the issue, as neither team are over points. That's always a good start.
Yeah, exactly.
Referees for today: Sean Worrell, Francis Kamerick and David Kingston, off memory.
I think you smashed that.
As yeah, we're still a little pause, but Joel, so we've seen these two teams play a little bit. Where do you think it's going to be important? Where does this game's going to be won and lost?
I think it's going to be in the Phoenix defence. Like I said to you before the game, if they can play a high line effectively and stop the bigs of Katie Morrow and Jade Atkin from getting position on a mismatch, I think Cardiff are going to struggle to score significant points, because that's where the majority of their scores come from, is from Katie, Jade, Sam getting those shots in the paint or on a mismatch on the edge of the key. I think Phoenix will score points because they have the shooters of Amy and Beth, and their low pointers will get into the positions they want to be in, but I think it's all in defence today.
As it looks like just a little problem potentially with the stats, just based on where the rest officials are on the table. That's why we've got a slightly delayed tip. It is a triple header here at the University of East London. So if you're in the area, feel free to make yourself down after the wheelchair game. The Women's National League and Men's National League team will also play here at the University of East London. But of course, if you cannot make it down, stay with us on the stream and make sure you keep subscribed to the British Wheelchair Basketball, as all games this season will be on there throughout the WPL. And obviously, Joel said momentum, obviously going to be a break for Christmas now, so how important is this weekend for both teams as well to build some momentum going into when you've got a 4 or 5 week break, you know it's coming up?
That's it. You want to go into your training sessions over Christmas with the momentum of a win, so that'll be important for their start in the new year before the big games against Loughborough for Phoenix. They're kind of the biggest contenders for them for the title, so it's all important. And momentum, basketball is such a momentum sport. If you get a good start to your season, you can carry that through. Even if you take a loss here and there, if you have that flow of winning a couple of games early on, that can be really useful for the psychological aspects of things.
Indeed. So again, final little adjustments. I know we talked about Sophie Patterson's return to sport. Obviously, Phoenix brought in DB Steele last year as well. So obviously, both at GB veteran leadership, and it's for DB, it's going to be taking a big step forward now. Now you've got a year under your belt. You kind of got that rust off, having taken a few years away from the sport, to be ready to go.
Yeah, exactly. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do. I've joined in with a couple of training camps with the Phoenix over the past few months, and it's been interesting to see how those two have been coming back into the squad. Just about to tip off here.
Yeah, quick delay, and we are underway. East London Phoenix, Cardiff Met Archers, Women's Premier League.
Win the ball.
And it'll be Phoenix ball to start. It'll be Sophie Patterson on the right wing. Skip pass across to DB Steele as Phoenix getting Cohen Brown. Got a nice inside curl, but wasn't found on the inside. And Phoenix will now set up power side, Conroy and Wheeler.
For the first 2 points for the Phoenix. Absolutely fantastic. Great start. They'll be pleased with that momentum from the beginning. And as you say, that high-line defence is starting to be broken down here. They're playing a power side with Jade Atkin and Katie Morrow, Cardiff.
Indeed, skip pass, Evans across to Atkin, 15 foot, going to think about the shot, takes it, and string music, Jade Atkin.
Strong shot there from Jade. She'll be pleased with that to start the game with a big 2 points.
As East London Phoenix trying to be aggressive, trying to isolate a couple of the Cardiff low pointers. Neve Watson temporarily out, but Cardiff do a good job to get her back in the play, and she'll pick up on the ball with Beth Wheeler. Pick and roll, Wheeler and Patterson, and Sophie Patterson, first shot, gets it to go.
That's it, fantastic finish. Good shooting from the off for both teams here.
And Sophie Patterson, sure, first shot back in competitive action. It'd be nice to see it go through so quickly.
There you go, that's all she needs. Give it a chance and she'll punish you.
As Evans now looking for options above the 3-point line. Doesn't take many from deep. Leah Evans, we're going to roll into one now. Little bit short, weak side rebound off the back of Brown's chair, but Amy Conroy able to pick up the defensive rebound. And again, Phoenix trying to be aggressive. It looks like Beth Wheeler's got Katie Morrow out in the back court. Neve Watson trying to help to get her in, but Phoenix got a temporary 4-on-3 skip pass. Patterson opposite side off the side of the backboard, but she'll collect her own rebound. 7 on the shot clock. Steele going to face up, skip pass to Conroy, and Amy Conroy not going to be able to get it off in time. Good defence, Cardiff.
That was great defence there to kind of compress the Phoenix defence, those final few Phoenix offence, the final few seconds of the shot clock there. 4th shot for Amy Conroy in the final seconds. She did manage to make it, but the defence forcing them to those last few seconds was effective there.
And it'll be Leah Evans who has turned into the primary ball handler for this Cardiff team. Bringing it up, Morrow.
Looking for the shot, finds a swing to Jade Atkin on the elbow.
Atkin again, elbow, this time 2 for 2, Jade Atkin. And she continues a strong performance last week against Loughborough. Jade Atkin, 14 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. As Phoenix look to exploit a brief 3-on-2, but Leah Evans and Kate Morrow do a good job of getting back into the play, but Wheeler over the mismatch on Adele Atkin, in and out.
Unlucky there, unlucky there. That's a shot that Beth will be disappointed to miss.
And it'll be Evans bringing it up. Conroy and Morrow way off the corner of your screen in the back court, so it's a 4-on-4 offence. It's interesting that Phoenix have chosen to keep Amy Conroy out of the play as Jade Atkin again makes no mistake.
That's great offence from Cardiff there. You see the work of Adele as a low pointer, getting her sister to the prime position she wants to be to take that post-up shot, and that's an easy 2 points. That's great work from the sisters. Could see potential pick and roll, but there's a foul here.
I believe they're going to call offensive foul, I believe.
Bit of an aggressive pick there from Sophie Patterson, I think.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if they called it on Sophie Patterson or DB Steele. We assume it's on the screener. But we will try and get clarification when we can on that foul. First foul of the game, as Katie Morrow got inside position on Wheeler, has to fade away though, leaves it short, and Steele with the defensive board.
It's a good contest from Beth there to cause Kate to do a little bit of a fade and lower the percentage of that shot.
Conroy deep in the paint, but Wheeler unable to get the pass, deflected away by Jade Atkin, but Wheeler will get it back, leave the shot short. And Cardiff able to push, trying to extend this early 2-point lead.
So Leah Evans with the ball on the 3-point line. Sees Morrow on a fade. Decides not to shoot that one.
And again, a lot of contact, and Leah Evans is going to be called for the offensive foul. Same thing as we saw the other end, just running into the side of Cohen Brown's chair, and an easy call for the referees.
Yeah, referees are watching those chair fouls today. Be a Phoenix inbound from the backcourt.
And for those of you a little bit new to sport, Joel, do you want to talk about what constitutes an offensive foul in the wheelchair game?
So it's if you're too aggressive with your chair with a foot plate and you go straight into a defensive player's chair, they will call you for an offensive foul on that. But unfortunately, there are 2 shots from Amy Conroy and DB Steele in the paint, can't seem to find the bucket, and now Cardiff on the counter-attack. Katie Mora with the ball.
Leah Evans is miles off court. The referees kind of missed it. Leah was closer to leaving the gym, I think, than she was in bounds. But the referees do get the right call. It is on the black line, and we've got a 2 Cardiff on the same team.
There you go, somehow that, yeah. Leah and Adele getting nice and intimate there with their chairs interlocked. And Coach Tom Guntrip sorts out that issue. I think the Phoenix will let off the hook there with Leah Evans going so far off court, because they had players in excess, Cardiff, on that counter-attack.
Yeah, obviously if 2 players are stuck to each other, there's definitely one less defending, but Amy Conroy gets all the way into the paint, great chair skills, and lays it home for 2, and that's where she's at her best, moving in transition.
That's it, fantastic drive, she's fast, she's agile, and she will finish from those positions.
And Jade Atkin getting past Conroy in transition, gets deep in the paint and returns the favour, but really nice by Jade Atkin.
It's a bread and butter shot for Jade Atkin there, she won't miss those very much.
Yeah, Atkin, a really strong start to this game, 4 of 4.
That's it, that wins games, shooting percentages like that. And if she can maintain that across this game, she's going to be dangerous. Conroy again with the ball, trying to make something happen.
Phoenix Wheeler from 15 foot, too long. No one really seeing the rebound too late, but Neve Watson does a terrific job tasting it. And a foul is going to be called on Amy Conroy for the push on Morrow, just sliding across as she tried to draw the charge.
Beth Wheeler struggling a little bit to get into her shooting flow in this game. Hopefully she can pick it up as the end of the first quarter comes.
End of the first quarter, a little bit early. Timeout East London Phoenix.
I mean, as we come to the end of the first quarter, hopefully she can find her flow, because if she gets hot, then good things can happen for the Phoenix.
Yeah, Beth Wheeler 0 of 3 to start this game, and really, if we look at the visitors, your Cardiff, you're happy with the quality of looks you're getting fairly consistently at the moment.
100%. I mean, the bigs are getting into the positions they want to be in, and they're scoring the points. So you've got to be happy if you're the Cardiff coach right now. And I think you can see from the way they've played, the shooting and the composure, that those 2 games that Cardiff already played this season, that experience coming in to help them out here.
And you can see the coach is obviously looking and drawing stuff up. And if you're East London Phoenix, what do you think Coach Ade, Coach Ryan are looking at right now in this timeout?
I think they've got to look at stopping the bigs early. I mean, the last points from Jade Atkins, she just drove straight into the charge circle in the key there. You've got to stop her early, because if those bigs get position, they're going to score. And like I said before we tipped off, defense is going to be the biggest thing in this game, deciding who wins this game. So yeah, you've got to be looking at stopping those offensive threats as early as you can.
And after the foul on Conroy, it'll be Cardiff ball coming out timeout. Both teams remain unchanged in lineup. And obviously something we were talking about off air, we expect to probably see a little bit less Sam Hill today without the likes of Francesca Antonazzi, El Archer, just to balance the lineups and obviously play to the correct points.
Yeah, it's difficult being a 5-point player of such quality. Getting on the court can be a difficult time when you're missing a low pointer or 2.
Yeah, for those new to WPL, 14.5 points the limit, nothing off for juniors as well. So you play your traditional classification as you would in FIBA competitions, as Katie Morrow gets the first point of the day off the assist by Jade Atkin.
It's a strong power side there of Jade Atkin and Katie Morrow, the 2 4.5s for Cardiff.
As Phoenix going to have another odd advantage with Sophie Patterson, edge of the key, puts it up a little bit long, but the ball goes over Adele Atkins' hands into the hands of Beth Wheeler, and she again can't quite connect. But another good look for Wheeler as Leah Evans on the leak out, able to get ahead, but Curran Brown able to stop it.
Good recovery from Phoenix there to stop that fast break.
And Evans now has to reset as Adele Atkin with the good screen, going to free Evans up for the foul line jumper, leave it a little bit short, and Wheeler with the defensive board.
Amy Conroy bringing the ball up at speed. Phoenix have a 2-on-1 here. It's a nice curl from Sophie Patterson's game. Amy Conroy under the basket, unlucky there on the rebound.
Wheeler again can't connect. Another offensive rebound mode for Phoenix, and Wheeler gets it home. And East London Phoenix right now controlling the glass, especially on the offensive end.
That's it. Having your two big shooters in the key like that, doesn't matter how many shots you need, eventually it'll be popped in. And that's a nice 2 points for Phoenix that they need now to try and build a bit of momentum.
Jade Atkin going to have to force the ball. Good pass to find Leah Evans. Atkin had got caught, and it looked like initially Adela Atkin was able to set her sister up deep in the paint, but East London Phoenix recover, but they leave Katie Morrow on the elbow.
I tell you what, the main difference that I'm picking up between these two teams right now is the shooting percentages. Cardiff are hitting when they get the opportunities, and that's why they have this 4-point lead early on.
Yeah, Cardiff 6 of 9 to start the game as Morrow jumped into the passing lane, cross-court pass from Wheeler, deflected, and that'll allow substitutions to come in for the first time today. It'll be Chloe Fiveash and Jodie Waite in for East London, and they'll replace Amy Conroy and Sophie Patterson.
Going to be interesting and difficult for Phoenix, taking off their height and speed in Amy Conroy. But Chloe Fiveash, young player, a lot of potential. She's got a lot of speed and power, so it'll be interesting to see how she breaks down that Cardiff defence.
Yeah, Amy Conroy on a minutes restriction, just on a return to play, obviously with a double-header weekend as well, so East London Phoenix just managing the workload a little bit. So now will be a really interesting part of the game is how they create some more offense, playing well under points, and initially they were looking for Jodie Waite underneath, but Katie Morrow again, terrific job defensively to get to deflection, and a last touch by Phoenix.
There you go, 2 strong interceptions from Morrow. That's a great defensive moment from her.
Obviously Katie Morrow, part of the GB under-25 squad that went to the World Championships in Thailand, along with the 2 Atkin sisters as Morrow and Atkin. Jade Atkin couldn't connect, and Jodie Waite as well.
Phoenix putting a little bit of a high press defense here with Fiveash, Waite. Although that's actually a Phoenix ball on the inbound.
Yeah, it was deflected off Jade Atkin's hand on the entry pass. So Phoenix trying to get players out, and it looks like Katie Morrow is going to struggle. Jodie Waite with a great pickback, and that'll allow odd number transitions. Steal off the pass from Wheeler, lays it home. But that play starts 90 foot away from the basket.
100%. That was a brilliant transition offense there to get DB Steele the layup. And that's what we want from Phoenix, that they should be using their excess speed over the Archers to find those easy opportunities and those easy points.
Yeah, and again, Phoenix high line, this time extended all the way up to the halfway line off your screen as DB Steele got a violation warning for going out of bounds after the score, trying to get a play, and Cohen Brown and Jade Atkin locked well underneath the basket right now, and a back-in foul by Cohen Brown, which is probably a great foul away because Jade Atkin was going to get a great chance to get deep in the paint. Yeah,
brilliant tactical foul there, because Jade in those positions is going to likely be a 2 points, so that foul saving the 2 points there. But I loved how physical that was. It's a good physical matchup, that.
Yeah, first personal foul on Cohen Brown, the American in a third season with Phoenix. It's Leah Evans with a poor pass, and great job by Chloe Fiveash, and I believe that'll be a foul on Katie Morrow.
Brilliant defense from Chloe Fiveash there. Just like I was saying, as she came on, she's got that speed, that energy to catch players off guard and intercept balls like that. Great defensive moment from her.
Indeed, and actually, probably Katie Morrow, fortunate that Chloe Fiveash didn't have full possession, because if not, that's probably a question for unsportsmanlike, with Katie Morrow being the last player back and not being in front of the play.
100%.
But Neve Watson will take a break, and in for her debut, Nikita Wright.
Again, another young player, a lot of potential. I played with Nikita at the National Junior Champs last summer, and she's a great team player. She knows what to do in her one-pointer role, so it'll be interesting to see what she can do today. As
Wheeler trying to find Jodie Waite on the back pass, but way too strong on the outlet, and Beth Wheeler just seems a little bit uncomfortable right now.
That's it, maybe a bit too much adrenaline going on, need a bit more kind of calm and composure on their offense. As Phoenix can warm into this game, but now Katie Morrow bring up the ball for the Archers, finds Jade Atkin on the wing, working with her sister, Adele.
And Jade again stopping behind the screen, but this time can't get it to go. First miss of the day for Adele Atkin, who started 4 of 4 for 8 points per person. Again, Phoenix having some odd number situations. This time Cardiff managed to do it, but Chloe Fiveash just got caught on the back of Katie Morrow's chair. She tried to roll to the basket. And that will be the 4th turnover for the hosts, as Leah Evans going to take a break and Libby Phillips into the game for the first time.
It's good to see so much strong young players on the floor at the moment. Phillips, Waite, Five-Ash.
As Atkin contested by Steele too long.
She'll be disappointed with that, Jade. That's like bread and butter.
Beth Wheeler looking for an outlet, and Phoenix have got a 2-on-1. Five-Ash and Waite guarded by Libby Phillips. And Jodie Waite can't quite stop her chair in time. She'll find Steele on the recovery and gets the friendly roll.
Well, that's fantastic patience from Jodie Waite there. Finding DB Steele for the higher percentage shot as a higher pointer, and that's just a sign of how much Jodie is well accustomed with her role in this team.
As Jade Atkin left underneath the basket, but rolled out of bounds. Well, was going to roll out of bounds, but that was because she got a little bump by Chloe Five-Ash, and that'll be the 4th team foul on the Phoenix Cardiff ball.
Olivia Phillips on the inbound for the Archers. 14 seconds on the shot clock.
Indeed, and miscommunication between Wright and Watson, but Wright does a terrific job keeping the ball in bounds, and she'll find Adele Atkin. 8 left on the shot clock. Skip to Morrow. Steele's going to come over to get a good contest, but Katie Morrow, no mistake.
A strong mid-range shot there from Katie Morrow, and Phoenix have to do more there to either stop her early or get out further, because if she gets hot from those ranges, it's going to be interesting.
And Chloe Five-Ash called for the offensive foul. I think a little bit unfortunate. Nikita Wright was coming off the bump and kind of just squared up, and Chloe Five-Ash nowhere to go. And now a dead ball foul as well on Cohen Brown, so that'll be her 2nd, and that will mean team shots, so 2 shots to Cardiff.
Adds an interesting dynamic to the last 35 seconds of this quarter now with Phoenix in team fouls. You don't want Cardiff going to the line with fouls like that, because that should just be easy extra points for shooters such as Jade Atkin.
And that'll be the 2nd personal on Cohen Brown, 2nd personal on Chloe Five-Ash, and that will send Jade Atkin to the line. Atkin doesn't quite get the first to go. With 35.6 seconds left of this opening quarter, Atkin makes the 2nd, and that will allow Sophie Patterson to check in for Cohen Brown. Obviously don't want to take a risk of getting a 3rd personal foul in this spot with just 35 seconds left of the quarter.
100%. They're going to need her over the stretch of this game, so to avoid foul trouble, that's a good substitution from Ada Obemi. Beth Wheeler now bring up the ball for the Phoenix, looking for her options. Has a nice
Jodie
drive.
Waite got down the middle just to open up the lane for Wheeler, but Wheeler just leaked it to the left, and the shot clock will be turned off here at the University of East London Sports Dock. Cardiff Met Archers are leading by 3 as Morrow finds Atkin inside, kind of under the basket, and the tough look for Jade Atkin, and that ball tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Atkin, and that will give Phoenix 7.5 seconds left to try and execute. And probably Beth Wheeler's the person you expect to see the ball in the handoff, and a foul called. Who on is the question?
Adele Atkin in the midcourt, chair foul, I believe.
Referees talking it over. Sean Worrell was the one that made the call, and foul is going to be on 3 Adele Atkin for the push. Ball stays where it was, but that'll be her 1st personal, 3rd team foul as Beth Wheeler gets the ball. Jodie Waite with the pickups, going to give Wheeler a look, probably from 30 foot off the glass, back iron. Beth Wheeler nearly with the shot of the season, but that'll end the 1st quarter. East London Phoenix 12, Cardiff Met Archers 15.
So a strong start for the Archers there, showing their experience in the first 2 games of the season. Their shooting percentage from their 2 bigs of Katie Morrow and Jade Atkin, giving them the points when they're given those opportunities. So I think the Phoenix, if I was Adio giving this team talk, I'd be thinking about creating some composure in their offense and trying to find an extra second when you've got the ball in the paint, if you're Beth Wheeler or DB Steele, to just try and finish off those opportunities and minimise this 3-point lead. But you know, it's still early in the game, it's still early doors, a lot more can happen as the game continues. But it's been a nice start, it's an entertaining game out here.
Yeah, and obviously really Cardiff, all 15 points coming from a combination of Katie Morrow, Jade Atkin. So if you're East London, is it all about just finding a way to now make someone else score?
I think that's it. I think you've got to try and do your best to either double team the bigs when they've got the ball, or stop them as early as you can with a higher line defence. If it comes down to it and the lower pointers for Cardiff can get open shots, that's maybe what you prefer at this point, because having Katie and Jade hot is going to create a lot of points in this game. So it's all about the Phoenix defence and how they start this next quarter, I think.
Yeah, and obviously the player the hosts need to get going really is Beth Wheeler right now. 0-6 on the floor with 3 turnovers as well. Really uncharacteristic performance by Beth Wheeler, who's solidified herself as one of the best mid-pointers in the league.
That's it, she's just got to find her rhythm. But I know Beth won't be worried about those six missed opportunities. She'll be thinking about the next shot, and she'll be trying to lock herself into this game. Amy Conroy back on the court for the start of the second quarter, which will give Phoenix a bit more offensive firepower. And
everyone's setting up for a East London Phoenix ball, but East London Phoenix won the tip, so it's Cardiff ball.
Certainly is, certainly is.
And that immediately puts East London at a disadvantage. Jodie Waite currently out of action, combination of the Atkins, but in fact Cardiff are going to let her just roll back into play. Yeah, but a missed opportunity perhaps there for the Archers to try and have a 5-on-4 offence, as Libby Phillips will handle the ball left wing. Kate Morrow immediately on the curl against DB Steele, just a little bit off, but a great look for Morrow early on. Nikita Wright with a terrific offensive rebound, and she'll set it up. Jade Atkin banks it home for 2, but credit goes to Nikita Wright for crushing the glass.
That's it. Fantastic offensive rebound from Nikita Wright, but Phoenix really needs to watch that curl over the elbow from Morrow, which started that offense and got her in the paint.
Changes for Phoenix in the court break. Conroy and Fee Tillman into the game for the first time, as Jodie Waite gets kind of double blocked. Combination of Jade Atkin and Adele Atkin from either side left the shot short, and now Katie Morrow able to push down the floor. Katie Morrow and Fee Tillman, an offensive foul drawn by Phil Tillman as Katie Morrow went into the side of her chair. Terrific play by the veteran.
Yeah, just a bit of poor chair control from Katie Morrow there, not being able to stop herself and charging into Fee Tillman's chair and ending that Cardiff offense.
But how much of that is a mindset as well? You see 2 one-pointers on your side as Katie Morrow and go, oh, the team need me to be aggressive there.
That's it. She's thinking about trying to get that mismatch and trying to get that shot.
As Wheeler lines up the threes. We talked about it in the pre-game, and Beth Wheeler goes, I can't make it from 2, I'll make it from 3.
100%. This could be Beth Wheeler finding her rhythm, especially from those areas, to get Phoenix back into this game. Absolutely brilliant shot.
As Morrow spins in the paint, it's going to get contested by Waite and Wheeler from behind, and ball batted out, and Amy Conroy able to come up with the defensive board. But another good look for Katie Morrow from 12 foot.
I think Wheeler might try another shot from range.
Indeed she does. Same spot, same result. Beth Wheeler back-to-back threes.
2 from 2 from the three-point line.
And again, if you're Tom Guntrip, you're going to be frustrated. That's got to be on the scout, having played against Beth Wheeler for 2 years as Nikita Wright knocked out of a chair in transition.
100%. They've got to be jumping Wheeler from that range, because she's a renowned three-point shooter. She scored more three-point shots last season than all the other teams combined. So Cardiff really have to be thinking about jumping her from that range. They can't let her have that as openly.
And it'll be interesting now to see kind of the tactical battle. Wheeler knows she's going to get jumped. Does she do the Phoenix have something? As Jade Atkin loses the handle, Conroy's going to be able to go push out in transition. Great job by Jodie Waite to clear the path, and Amy Conroy leaves the layup short, but DB Steele, offensive rebound, gets the contact and 1. Foul on Adele Atkin, and terrific concentration by DB Steele. You expect Amy Conroy to make that, but no, there's a chance to miss. Offensive rebounds and put back on the contact.
That's it. You've got to see brilliant positioning there from DB Steele, and great play from Jodie Waite to clear the lane for Amy to have that layup, and she will go to the line after this timeout.
Yeah, much needed timeout by Tom Guntrip. East London Phoenix starting this quarter out on an 8-2 run in just a minute and a half, and really all the momentum now favouring the home side just like that.
This is what they needed. They needed to build some offensive momentum. And when you've got a sharpshooter like Beth Wheeler to score those 2 3-pointers to give you that momentum, give you those quick 6 points, then you are locked in. And you know, players feed off each other. That's how it works. You see one of your teammates start firing, you start feeling it yourself, and you use that energy and take it through the rest of the game. So be interesting to see how Cardiff can now react to Beth Wheeler's range shooting.
Indeed, and obviously if you're Tom Guntrick, you're talking about the threes, but you're also talking about the little sloppy mistakes that have started to creep in. Missed opportunity just by holding the ball a little bit too long, obviously. A rare mishandle by Jade Atkin, but that's allowed Phoenix to get out in transition.
That's it, those moments where you lack a bit of safety with the ball. Good teams will punish you on that, and they will score extra points. And now this is potentially a 3-point play for DB Steele on the free throw line now because of that handling mishap. So let's see if she can get this 3rd point from this offense and get Phoenix 4 points ahead.
Indeed, Cardiff met Archers 6 turnovers so far, but that's cost them 9 points. This is a chance to be 10, and that's really where Loughborough Lightning exploited Cardiff met Archers last Saturday in the Welsh capital. Cardiff had 19 turnovers on that occasion. Loughborough scored 22 points off them, so as DB Steele made the free throw, and the lead is up to 4 for the East London Phoenix. Biggest lead of the game, as Leah Evans trying to work on Jodie Wade, but good defense by Wade to keep it out of the paint. Adele Atkins going to have a good look over Fee Tillman, but leaves it short. Jade Atkin, having started 4 of 4, now missed the last 2 shots. And Phoenix will come up with Tillman, keeping Jade Atkin out of the play. So 5 on 4, that allows Steele with the pick and roll. No middle help, and DB Steele back-to-back baskets.
That's it, DB Steele starting to heat up now. This is what we want to see from her, bringing in the points for the Phoenix and being that offensive threat that they need. Atkin in the paint, struggles to catch, but finds the shot and finishes. Fantastic, bread and butter Jade Atkin there. Nice curl into the key and a consistent finish.
Indeed, as Phoenix temporarily struggling to inbound the ball, but they'll find it. A combination of press by Jade Atkin and Leah Evans, but Phoenix able to get it up and avoid the 8-second violation. And now 2 on 1 on the weak side. Way splits, curls for Wheeler, and she'll lay it home for 2. Terrific play. That's all set up by the low pointers.
Yeah, that's it. It's a beautiful offense, and they are Jodie Waite's 2 points by giving Beth Wheeler that perfect lane with a brilliant curl, and that's exactly what you want from your 1-pointer. As
Jade Atkin cuts across the key, Conroy going to able to front, make the pass difficult. Atkin fading away, string music, Jade Atkin.
What a finish there on the fade over Amy Conroy, which isn't an easy shot.
But again, it all started by early offense from Jade Atkin, able to get the ball, get herself deep in the paint. As Beth Wheeler able to get deep in the paint. I thought there was a little bit of contact. Referee's happy with it. Jade Atkin with the good defense, as Leah Evans streaking down the floor. But a good defense by the Phoenix, able to keep the ball. I don't know if it got touched. Referees confirming little touch indeed, so be Cardiff ball, but that's where Leah Evans is so crafty. She finds those perfect opportunities to realise that she can get out and push the floor in transition.
100%. Phoenix have to watch that fast break. If she gets free, that's an easy 2 points.
As Sam Hill, who, I'll be honest, I missed her coming into the game. Not quite sure when it happened, but Sam Hill, the 5-pointer for Cardiff into the game. She gets deep in the paint, not quite a layup, but a shorter jump shot you're going to get.
Yeah, nice easy shot in the paint there, and Phoenix have to watch those bigs from getting inside, because if they get inside, it's a guaranteed 2 points most of the time.
As Wheeler, left wing this time, doesn't even think about the free. He was trying to look for the screen. Tillman couldn't quite pick out the chair of Atkins, so Phoenix will reset on the weak side. Amy Conroy now with the ball, pick and roll, gives it to Tillman on the opposite curl, and a little bit too strong, but terrific read by Conroy to realise the help was coming in. It was the weak side that was open.
100%, that's a great offense by Phoenix, just unfortunate on the shot, finding that 4th option.
Sam Hill now guarded by Tillman, 10 on the shot clock. She beats Tillman on the cross over, and Sam Hill leaves it a little bit to the left, but a terrific individual move to create a look.
Now Phoenix moving fast in transition. Amy Conroy on the ball, trying to find some kind of lane, but that's a great steal from Sam Hill.
Sam Hill kind of coming on the blind side, no communication for Conroy, so she thought it was safe, but Sam Hill able to read it and take the ball out of her hands, and that will allow Jade Atkin with an attempt to tie it up. Again, she gets deep in the paint, contested from behind by a combination of from Wheeler, but lays it home, and we're tied at 25.
That's a great move from Jade Atkin to find the mismatch, get just into the paint and take the shot she wants to take, but Phoenix have to be stopping those bigs early.
Jade Atkin 17 points personal as Conroy on the turnaround gets it to go, and right now both offenses dominating, and it's going to be a case of who can settle down and restrict the points in the paint that might pull away in this game.
Yeah, it's great to see so many shooters getting hot and a good game for the spectators today.
Evans to Hill, leaves it a little bit short, but another good look as DB still pushing down the floor. but Leah Evans cutting it off, and now Conroy will bring it down uncontested. Looks like a mismatch on the weak side, but Conroy will reset with Wheeler. Waite with the screen. Miscommunication, but it falls into Jodie Waite's hands, and she lays it home for 2.
That's it, Jodie Waite saving that Phoenix offense from a miscommunication and a pass not finding Amy Conroy there, but it's a great find from Waite to finish that off.
As Leah Evans had trouble picking the pass up, but did a good job pinning it to her back, so she had time to control it. As now Atkin forced out the paint, going to try and spin baseline, cut off by Wheeler, but it doesn't stop Atkin having another go. Back iron this time for Atkin. And Beth Wheeler will look to set the offense up. Conroy going to try and push deep into the paint, but cut off by Adele Atkin. That'll leave Waite open on the inside, but Wheeler goes to Conroy. 15-footer back iron, but offensive rebound, Wheeler in and out.
Unlucky. Two you would say high percentage shots from the Phoenix main scorers there, Conroy and Wheeler. Unfortunate not to convert there, but now Jade Atkin driving. Strong defense from Jodie Waite to stop her chair and get Phoenix possession back. Great defense.
And actually the ball didn't clip her chair either, so that forces the turnover, and we have a timeout called by someone, by East London Phoenix, who lead by 4. And no doubt, really, it'll be talking about now trying to slow down Jade Atkin. Okay, you forced a turnover there, but Jade Atkin 8 of 12 shooting, 17 points personal.
I say you've got to try and get Jade to shoot in the position she doesn't want to. Right now, she is having a walk in the park and finding those elbow mismatches, those baseline mismatches, finding the charge circle, getting the positions that she wants to get those easy points. And Phoenix, really, I feel like right now, Cardiff are playing the offense that they want to play. Phoenix have to make sure that Cardiff have to play the offense they don't want to play, because if they're just given these easy opportunities exactly where they want to be, that's just easy points for shooters like Atkin.
And obviously, where do you think the adjustment will be? Do you think it's trying to use speed and now trying to play further out and force the mismatch early? We've kind of seen them pack it in and go away from the high line a little bit, but right now it's still not stopping Jade Atkin. So where do you think the adjustment will be? I
think you've got to use your speed and, like you say, move the defense up higher and try and stop your bigs on the 3-point line, or a chair and a half length away from the key, because then their percentages drop significantly. If it gets to the point where you're doubling and they drop down to the likes of Neve Watson, Adele Atkin, 1-pointers to get a layup, you prefer that at this point than getting a shooter like Jade Atkin in a hot position, because what wins games is shooters getting hot and getting those mid-20s, 30 points, which is not what we want to see, not what Phoenix want to see. So I think it's all about composure on the offense from the Phoenix and bringing that defense up higher like they've been trying to do in pre-season.
And back underway, Amy Conroy immediately beats Jade Atkin one-on-one, and that'll give her a chance to get the ball. She has to come through the key, but again back into the middle of the paint, avoids the contact. One-handed hook doesn't quite go, but DB still able to put it back off the glass, but all set up by Conroy's ability to beat Atkin one-on-one.
It's a great drive from Amy Conroy, but also great offensive positioning from DB Steele to recognise that the ball might drop for her for those 2 points.
Yeah, second time we've seen a Conroy miss be put back by Steele. This time no and one, but Sam Hill, really tough look. And Amy Conroy able to pull down the miss. Sam Hill, the only 5-pointer in the league, I believe, this season in the WPL, as Conroy deep in the paint, mismatch over Adele Atkin, doesn't quite again get it to go, and that's a little bit of rust by Conroy, and she'll be called for the reaching foul on the outlet by Adele Atkin.
So unfortunately, that's good offense from the Phoenix. They're the positions you want Amy to be shooting in. Just disappointing that she couldn't find the basket there.
And first personal foul on Amy Conroy, first team foul of the quarter for the Phoenix, having committed those 16 fouls in the opening quarter. Cohen Brown and Chloe Fiveash both playing on 2 personal fouls, so Brown's got to be careful not to pick up a third before the half-time break, as Atkin resets to Evans above the 3-point line. Good ball movement by the Archers to find Hill. Neve Watson's got the roll. He's going to try and do it, but Amy Conroy able to contest. Watson goes with the reverse and doesn't get to go. And DB Steele read it, leaks out, and she'll have a wide open fast break layup, which she converts.
Fantastic. I was just saying the offensive positioning there from DB Steele, brilliant. And also, as I was saying, that Phoenix defense on Cardiff there was exactly what I just said they should be doing. Doubling the big and giving their 1-pointer that layup, which is going to be less consistent. That's what we found there. Neve Watson has to take the reverse layup, and that's less consistent than the likes of Atkin or Hill taking the shots they want to take. So that was a great little move there from the Phoenix to extend their lead to 6.
Indeed, and I believe that was the first a shot by 1 point for Cardiff. Bearing in mind that they're playing a lot of this game with two 1-pointers on the floor. So first time East London Phoenix have forced Cardiff in different look, and now gives Tom Guntrips seen that, and now he's trying to make the adjustment.
100%. As a Phoenix coach, you've got to be looking and thinking, look, if we lose this game by the 1-pointers scoring 30 points, then they'll accept that. But it's the bigs that they need to stop, because they're the ones that are going to punish you.
Indeed, and Amy Conroy again going to get a breather, and it'll be Chloe Fivash checking in. So it'll be Cardiff ball after the score. East London Phoenix leading by 8 points, I believe. We'll double check. Stats has 8, scoreboard in the arena has 6, so we'll try and get an update for you. The stats are showing 33-25, so I don't know if the points went on to force the basket, as Atkin from straight away leaves it to go. Steele again leaks out, but offensive rebound Leah Evans. So, but the thing was, Steele drew Adele Atkin and Sam Hill out of the place, and now Cardiff lower on the shot clock, as Evans tipped away by Cohen Brown, and Chloe Fivash able to complete the steal for the Phoenix, and it'll be Beth Wheeler to come up for it. Wheeler 2 of 2 from downtown. Again, looking to be a little bit more aggressive this time. Finds Wade top of the key. She'll swing it back onto the side. It's Steele and Wheeler in a kind of a power side with what Phoenix got on. But Fivash cuts back door, lays it home for 2. Terrific read by the youngster.
That's it, great finish from Chloe Fivash. Cardiff using the cover to stop the pick and roll between Wheeler and Steele there, and leaving Fivash open, and she punishes.
Indeed, the points after the forced timeout weren't on the scoreboard, so Phoenix lead by 10, 35-25, and a really important possession here for Archers to make sure this lead doesn't grow before the half-time break, as Atkin over Wheeler gets it to go. Tough look, Jade Atkin, who's really led this Cardiff team up to 19 points already in the first half.
Yeah, having a good shooting game, Jade Atkin, today, and that's what she wants. Hopefully she can continue that all season and give Cardiff the best position they can in the league. As
Wade cut off by Atkin, she'll have to reset. Cohen Brown's going to put it up to avoid the 3 seconds, and Sam Hill pulls down the rebound. Shot clock is turned off as Evans leaks out. Fivash trying to get back in the play, makes it difficult for Evans, leaves it short, and that'll be a great chase back by Cohen Brown, and that will force half-time as the clock expires.
The fast-paced end there. Evans lucky to get that pass just threaded through, and good recovery from Chloe Fivash to just stop her and just take her off balance on that layup there.
Indeed, and that will bring us to half-time, but a really strong second quarter by the host. We said maybe in that pre-game we might have a bit of rust having not played all season, and they come back and have a 23-12 point second quarter, sparked by the 2 threes by Beth Wheeler, but then DB Steele 13 points at the half.
Yeah, that's what they needed. They needed to reset and build some momentum in that second quarter, and that's exactly what they did, and it's great seeing the points come from different places. Cardiff right now, the majority of their points coming from that one player, Jade Atkin, getting the positions they want to get to, but the points are more spread in the Phoenix team, and showing how much of a solid unit they are, working together to get the positions they want for their shooters to score.
Sam Hill with 2 points for the Archers, Katie Morrow 6 points all in the first quarter, and Jade Atkin with 19 points for the Archers. But we'll take a break here at the UEL Sportstock. British Wheelchair Basketball Women's Premier League at half-time. It's East London Phoenix 35, Cardiff Met Archers 27. one turnover difference, but the execution of turnovers is probably more about pace of play and how Cardiff have to do more solid decisions when they play the last league, right?
Yeah. Impressive. TV still shooting 85%. 67.
Yeah.
That's good for us.
It's timely too. Timely.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, positioning was really good. Getting the spots.
yeah.
Two or three of those are offensive rebounds in the second half.
Cool, appreciate it.
Enjoying it.
I don't know whether it's 10 or 15, but quite clearly referees on in the gym is 15. Where do you want to go with coming out of half time? Which direction do you want to take it? Because I'll just lead you into. Obviously, we'll talk about Jade.
Yeah. I think DB as well.
DB, that's fine. That's fine. I'll queue you up to. Because that's really what I'm going to try and do. I'm just trying to queue you up to just hit smoke. And then. So it's all about them, and then I'll get you to kind of just talk about the kind of our difference in Q2 with Phoenix being able to get more odd opportunities, get to the rim a little bit more like before. It's not just points in the paint, it's points deep in the paint.
Yeah.
Whereas Cardiff, yes, Jade's still hot, but things are starting to be more, things are contested, they are further out, she made 3 or 4 15 footers instead of 10 footers which she got early on.
And I think the extra speed that Phoenix have, you can push the forward transition.
I think for you, just find moments to highlight it. Like, if there's stuff going on behind the play, or you see it's going to be where you think it's going to be on camera, highlight stuff like Cora and Sophie and those are doing to make it difficult for maybe Jade or whatever. And then we've got to keep an eye on Leah leaking out because she's starting to do it. She got the ball a couple of times, she hasn't scored yet. I think she's going to be aggressive now and take the next one. Like, Jade's got 20 and then down 8, so it's not just mean it's over, but yeah, I think we've got to keep an eye on that. But that's the thing for you, like, you've got the knowledge, like, if people are checking it out for the first time, like, let's go for it.
I might slide before we go live.
Are these good? Are these live? Good afternoon and welcome back to UEL Sports Stock for Women's Premier League Wheelchair Basketball at half-time. The home team, East London Phoenix 35, Cardiff Met Archers 27. We're about ready, about a minute and a half away from the second half. Michael Hanson-Morris, Joel Clifton with you. And Joel, obviously the game swung in the second quarter, Phoenix winning 23-12 and really led by DB Steele.
100%. I'm really impressed with the way that Phoenix came out in that second quarter and shifted the momentum. And as you say, DB Steele finding those perfect positions to get those offensive rebounds and get the shots that she wants to take, and she's finishing them off really well. She's on 85% shooting percentage, going 6 from 7. And when you've got teams with players like Beth Wheeler and Amy Conroy, a lot of the offensive attention is being going to those shooters. And when you're the third threat, you will get those chances. And if you punish teams, they'll then have to start thinking about you, and the defence of Cardiff will spread out even more. And I think DB's been a real shining player for me, especially in that second quarter in the shift in momentum of the game. So fantastic work from her and the rest of the Phoenix team.
And obviously on the flip side, Jade Atkin, arguably a career performance right now, 19 points at the half, 9 of 15 shooting.
Absolutely fantastic. Phoenix really have to think about pushing Jade further out to the positions where her shot percentage decreases, because if she gets near that key line on a mismatch, she's going to be hitting those all day long. And it'll be interesting to see if she can, after a halftime break, continue the heat and the momentum that she had in that first half and keep increasing that points tally. But I think I still can't call it at this point. Yes, Phoenix have the 8-point lead, but it's all about the third quarter and who starts this with the firepower and the momentum taking it through.
Indeed, for Phoenix, they'll start with Wheeler, Conroy, Steele, Brown and Waite. And for the Archers, it's Watson, Evans, both Atkins, Jade and Adele and Morrow, as Wheeler immediately pushed off the three-point line, finds Steele inside. She doesn't quite get to go, but Wheeler, offensive rebound, gets it to go in a strong start.
It's a good physicality there from Beth to push in there and get that offensive rebound, and a great pick and roll from Steele and Wheeler there to open up that Cardiff defence.
But that opened up by the 2 3-pointers Beth Wheeler made to start the second quarter. Beth Wheeler started this game 0 of 6, made back-to-back threes. There's Adele Atkin on the deep roll, a little bit too strong, and Conroy picks up the rebound, but that forced the defence to jump, and that opened up a bit of a higher screen. And now Phoenix have a 3-on-2. Morrow will cut across, try and contest Steele, but she goes high off the glass. Terrific finish by Steele to recognise the contest and just air it a little bit more to make sure it wasn't blocked.
Great speed and transition there from Phoenix, and great composure to find the right person to take the right shot, and DB Steele punishes the Archers yet again.
And Phoenix with a high line on the halfway line. It'll be just about over. That's backcourt on Atkin. Her back wheel went over and just came across the line, and then just snuck back on the tiniest bit of contact.
That's exactly what Phoenix want to do, using their speed and their chair skills to stop the Archers up high. And it looks like Phoenix are keeping both Evans and Watson on the halfway line to try and get more players ahead for their offense.
Indeed. Basketball term known as man out, and currently it's Leah Evans out, and shot clock had a small error on it. Should have reset to 14, obviously being a front court violation. Shot clock goes to 14. And it'll be Phoenix ball. That allows Leah Evans to get back in the play. So Cardiff again a little bit fortunate with the timing of the break, but Wheeler now going to have a great look. Same spot, opposite end of the floor. String music, Beth Wheeler.
Absolutely fantastic. She's now 3 from 3 from the three-point line. And that's what she needs to get into a rhythm. Like you say, it will open up the Cardiff defence as they have to jump her.
As Evans deep on the foul line, finds Atkin. She's deep, misses it, but gets her own rebound, gets the contact and one. Jade Atkin. I believe that'll be a personal foul on Cohen Brown. If so, it will double check the signal. No, foul called on 12. Got to be 13. Beth Wheeler.
Yeah,
got to be. There's definitely no 12.
To find that position. Let's see if she can finish the three-point play.
Well, that's where Atkin had success early in the game with the deep paint. Look, she made a few from 15, 18 foot closing out the second quarter, but that's where Cardiff got some offensive success, was getting Jade Atkin and Katie Moore in that opening quarter deep in the paint, as Conroy now will bring the ball up.
Fantastic seal.
Waite.
Jodie Waite into the... Oh, fantastic layup from the middle from Jodie Waite there. A great shooter for a one-pointer.
And again, it's Phoenix attacking the triple switch. That time you're always rotating out the triple switch, out the middle, and Wade with the timing to cut down the middle of the lane and banks it off the glass. Phoenix 14-point lead as Atkin and Morrow power side. Atkin's going to get it to go, and you can see the Phoenix bench not happy. Jade Atkin is the one with the hot hand. You've got to get out to her.
100%. You have to be jumping out on her as soon as she gets the ball when she's in a state of momentum like she is now. And there she is on the defensive end with the interception, stopping the Phoenix offense.
Yeah, a little two-person press that Cardiff has shown with Adele Atkin and Leah Evans. Just trying to make it difficult for Phoenix to get set up, but now they'll run up at the sideline. Again, I think this spot, you've got to be wary. You've got Amy Conroy, but if you leave it, Amy Conroy's got a middle position as well. She could push, and she forced Evans to come out. Back to Wheeler. Atkin out, and Beth Wheeler, 4 of 4. You cannot stop her if you leave her open.
Brilliant. She's feeling it. She's in her rhythm now, and this is exactly what the Phoenix want. That offensive firepower comes from different angles, from Conroy, from Wheeler, from Steele.
As Evans now on the right wing. Atkin going to be guarded by Wheeler. He's got to shoot over. Leaves it well short. Loose ball off the rebound. Pulled in by Adele Atkin, and Cole Brown will be called for the hand check, and that's just a silly foul. When you're on 2 personal fouls, that's the one you don't need to give away to get onto a third.
100%. It could be risky now with foul trouble from Corin Brown. As Amy Conroy comes off for Chloe Five-Ash, the youngster.
Yeah, Amy Conroy, first game in 10 months. Definitely showing some rust. 2 of 9 shooting, but 7 rebounds, 3 assists for the long-time GB international. As Evans, a long 2, doesn't get it to go. Leah Evans still scoreless. They 0 of 4, but 7 assists. As Five-Ash pushing down the floor, finds Steele, who's going to take the one-handed, tries to bank it in, doesn't go, but Chloe Five-Ash pulls down the offensive rebound, crashing through the middle, and Wheeler, this time straight away free, banks it in. Time out, Tom Guntrip, and Beth Wheeler is putting on a shooting clinic for the ages.
100%, 5 from 5 from the three-point line. It's difficult to stop things like that. Tom Guntrip, important timeout now. He's going to have to be telling his team to jump out on Beth as soon as she gets anywhere near the three-point line, because she cannot continue on a run like this. Phoenix now extend their lead to 18 points with 6 minutes and 34 seconds left in the third quarter. Cardiff have to make a change to their defensive play here, otherwise this lead will just continue to stretch.
Indeed, and obviously we talked about in the pre-game Beth Wheeler being a terrific three-point shooter, but 5 of 5 is something that you don't see anywhere in the world at any level.
100%, and it also shows her experience as a player and her mental toughness to be able to go from a 0-6 run in the first quarter, missing her first 6 shots, to then come out and have a brilliant shooting day from the three-point line. Just shows that she can persist beyond a couple of missed shots and continue to have a good game.
And right now, if you're Cardiff, I think the only thing you need to do is send someone out the gym, go get some water from the river that backs onto London, obviously the Thames just across the way as well, and pour it on Beth Wheeler, because if not, it's the only way it feels like she's going to miss from beyond the arc.
Yeah, 100%.
As both teams heading back onto the floor. Obviously, reminder, East London Phoenix opening day. They will go to Worcester tomorrow to complete the doubleheader. Worcester 0-2 to start their season, having lost to Cardiff on opening day 58-47, and then falling at Loughborough last week 60 points to 33. That will also be on the British Wheelchair Basketball YouTubers. Five-Ash cuts off Atkin, but Morrow with the curl gets it off, but off to the left. Again, Phoenix with that double contest. They've started to really affect the Cardiff shooters, and Wheeler will bring the ball up onto the left wing. Five-Ash had a roll to the basket, doesn't take it, but Steele from the elbow, this time too strong, and Jade Atkin pulls it down. DB Steele with that strong first half.
Leah Evans bring the ball down for the Archers on the left wing. Atkin drive into the charge circle. That's the shot she wants to take, and that's the shot she's going to score.
Yeah, and Phoenix short-handed defensively with Jodie Wade out the play, so not quite collapsing the paint enough in a 4-on-4 situation. And now Katie Morrow aggressively jumping Beth Wheeler. She's able to curl, gives Brown an open lane to the rim on the roll. A little bit too strong, but a great look for Cohen Brown as Leah Evans on the leak out.
DB Steele, great recovery to stop Leah Evans' chair and stop the layup from going in. That's great defensive backtracking for DB Steele there.
And that turns a 2-foot layup into an 8-10 foot contested jump shot. And DB Steele's a lengthy three-pointer as well, and this time she'll get the right-hand release. Adele Atkin with a great job to cut it off, and Phoenix is going to be forced to reset 10 on the shot clock. Double jump at Beth Wheeler. What opens up is the weak side. Wheeler's going to have to throw it up because she doesn't have the pass. Doesn't go.
Hits the face of Chloe Five-Ash.
It looked like Five-Ash is all right, but
I wonder if she's seeing stars.
Good adjustment by Tom Guntrip to force the double, and Phoenix obviously playing well under points with Amy Conroy out the game. Didn't have a kind of an option on the weak side to really seal it. That's what Beth Wheeler wanted in that situation. You need to be able to give the ball up, and you need to play 3-on-2 elsewhere on the floor.
Exactly. I think both teams defensively have to be stopping the players that are hot. Stopping Atkins shooting, stopping Wheeler shooting. That's the only way they're going to be able to stop big points happening. And the drive from Leah Evans into the key.
Gets the contact. Going to be a little bit late, I think. Beth Wheeler saying that's my fault. I was late on the rotation. Indeed, it is on Beth Wheeler. That'll be her second personal foul. And immediately, timeout East London Phoenix.
2 shots coming from Leah Evans after the timeout. Adio probably is going to tell his team to switch on slightly more on defence. They might have a strong lead now, but they have to hold on to this with their defence. That's going to be the important thing. Stopping Cardiff getting back into the game in the last 4 minutes and 46 seconds of this third quarter, because if they have a strong 4 minutes now, the game could be put to bed by the end of this quarter.
Indeed, and obviously it's mistakes. You're now starting to rush. You're taking 12, 15-foot shots down the offensive end and then not doing the basics fundamentally. Leah, last time, okay, missed but got what she wanted in a leak out. The other thing she's known for is driving through the middle. She got the mismatch, took it, and there was no help defence.
100%. Phoenix just have to tighten up their defence to keep this lead as strong as it's been and maintain the offensive firepower that they've shown coming out into this third quarter.
And really, it's Cardiff needs someone like Leah to get going, because right now Jade's got 26 points. You've got 6 points from Katie Morrow, 2 points from Sam Hill. Don't forget, with the lineups, Cardiff can never play those 3 together with the classification system, so always one of those is sitting on the bench, but you've got nothing else on the offensive end.
100%. It's amazing when one player can have such a good game like Jade Atkins having today, but it's difficult to have one player win an entire game. You know, there's five players on each team on the court, and it's difficult to carry your whole team with points like Jade's doing here, and that's showing. As the game progresses, Phoenix is just extending their lead. But it'll be interesting to see how Leah Evans can do from the foul line with 2 shots. These can be some important free throws to decrease the Phoenix lead from 16 to 14.
Yeah, Leah Evans about a 50% free throw shooter. Obviously got the break in the timeout to prepare herself. Doesn't get the first.
That's an unfortunate air ball from Leah Evans on the second free throw. She won't be happy with that one. Phoenix are currently playing 10-point classification on the floor with Zoe Patterson in now for, I think, who went off there? Is it Chloe Fiveash?
Yeah, so Phoenix definitely playing well under. Obviously, Amy Conroy kind of on a managed return as Wheeler goes and
First
misses.
3 she's missed of the game after her 6th shot, but it's a great offensive rebound from Jodie Waite, finding Beth Wheeler under the basket, off balance, finger roll, but DB Steele on the pickup, can't find the basket, and Jade Atkins with a strong defensive rebound.
Ladies and gentlemen, Beth Wheeler is human.
There you go. She's not a robot, confirmed.
As Cohen Brown able to pull off and push Katie Moore out. Great defense by Brown not to pick up another foul. Skip pass to Atkins. Steele and Wheeler on the contest. Evans on the back door, finds Morrow underneath, and she'll get a great opportunity, lays it home for 2. And that's better from Cardiff. Offensive glass, really, for the first time all game.
That's it. It's good positioning for Evans to get the offensive rebound and dish it to her teammate Katie Morrow for an easy finish.
As Steele, Phoenix crossing aggressively. Looks like they're kind of running without almost a middle. You've just got Zoe Patterson on the far side. Jodie Waite's going to come over and give us some support and balance the floor. As Wheeler inside to Brown. Cohen Brown banks it home for 2. And terrific ball movement by Phoenix.
That's great. When you're a shooter like Beth Wheeler, you know teams are going to be giving you the attention. And if you can dish it off to your lower pointers to get easy shots like Cohen Brown just finished there, then you can keep creating those offensive points even if they're doubling you and locking you down as a shooter. So it's great to see.
And again, Cardiff going to this power side. Morrow and Atkins, Wheeler over on the contest, but Katie Morrow knocks it down. First points for Morrow since the opening quarter.
That's a great shot. I mean, if Morrow can heat up as well as this third quarter closes, that'd be fantastic. But now we see a potential Phoenix 3-on-2, but Leah Evans manages to recover.
And indeed, we're just going to play 3-on-3. Brown and Wade happy to say, Jade Atkins, you're not playing defense this possession. Now we're going to try and spring it. Wheeler from 3 over Beth Francis, and she gets it to go.
They may have had the man out, but Beth Wheeler does not care. We're just shooting like her from the 3-point line. You've got to keep taking those shots.
I believe they've given that as a 2.
So where are wheels over the line?
Well, we haven't got a replay, but
Atkins
going to try and respond, not to go. We're lucky, we're up here, so we're obviously a little bit ahead, so we'll have another look at it to see Leah Evans is out her chair, so Phoenix have got a 5-on-4 possession. Wheeler down the paint, finds Waite, she'll keep it alive, and scrappy by Phoenix on the 5-on-4, and now the play will come to an end. And looking at the replay, that is a 3-pointer by Beth Wheeler by a country mile.
It's unfortunate it's not getting the extra point there. It's another fantastic shot, but I guess these things happen sometimes in games. Officials make mistakes, they are also human.
Indeed, and obviously in the wheelchair game, for those of you new, it's not your small front wheels that count, it's taken on the main wheels, because obviously that's simulating where you're actually shooting from in a chair.
Yeah, 100%.
So it is a tough call rolling forward, but really Wheeler was fairly stationary, but as Morrow responds, and now Katie Morrow is starting to pick up on the offensive end.
All string from Katie Morrow there from mid-range. I tell you what, if she can start heating up with Jade and Katie hot, this could be a strong comeback now from the Archers. We're into the last 2 minutes of the third quarter.
Indeed, 2 minutes left. Phoenix lead still at 14 as Wheeler looking for options. It's still on kind of the loop round. She's going to get deep in the paint, get the contact, doesn't quite get the and one, but foul will be called on 8, Libby Phillips, her first personal.
And that was great play at midcourt from Sophie Patterson, the low pointer from Phoenix, keeping Jade Atkin away from the Archers' defence, so the higher pointer players like DB Steele can get into the positions to get the shots she wants, and now she'll go to the line for 2.
Steele, who obviously had that strong first half with 13 points personal, hasn't quite got it going so far in the second half. Doesn't connect on the first from the line. It's Steele's the only player from the Phoenix who's gone to the line. Made the and one in the opening opening of the second quarter. Goes 0 of 2 this time from the line. As
Katie Morrow sees a lane into the key.
And a really smart foul by Jodie Waite. Katie Morrow is going to get deep position and not in the penalty as a team, not really got many personal fouls, so you can just take the contact in the chair.
That's it, that's an important point-saving foul potentially there from Waite.
And now it forces Cardiff to set up from the sideline.
Atkin finding her position on the baseline mismatch, and she finds the basket. They're the positions you do not want Jade Atkin to be finding, because she will punish you.
And especially off and out of bounds, it's a situation in the defence you can control. You've got an extra extra player on the floor, because obviously the inbound is off the court, as Jodie Waite called for the offensive foul on Libby Phillips, trying to free Wheeler on the screen. Coaching staff for the Phoenix not happy with that, and that'll be her second personal foul in quick succession. Obviously offensive foul, Phoenix in the penalty, but you don't shoot off on offensive foul, so Cardiff will have to set in the half court. Atkin finds her sister underneath Adele, but Adele kind of loses the handle and will force the jump ball scenario with 12 on the shot clock. It'll be Cardiff ball.
That's a good defensive decision from Phoenix there, to double the shooter who's hot and see if she'll drop it down to the 1-pointer, because right now you do not want Jade taking those shots.
Indeed, another double team for Atkin. Tough look. Ball a little bit long, and Deevy's still able to collect the rebound, find Wheeler on the outlet. And now Beth Wheeler gonna able to get deep in the paint. Katie Morrow picked out by Sophie Patterson in the backcourt. Wheeler deep in the paint, gets it to go. And if you're Cardiff, that's just too easy, you know. Beth Wheeler's the one you've got to stop.
And it's great that the Phoenix team working as a unit there, using their speed to get down the floor and get Beth the shot she wants to take. So good team play.
Phillips to Morrow, and offensive foul on the weak side. I didn't quite see my hand. Atkins on the floor, so we're going to assume it's on her.
I think she saw a gap that wasn't there, went for it to try and find the charge circle, but got sandwiched between 2 Phoenix players and should be called for the offensive foul.
Indeed, and this will give a situation for where Phoenix have had success to look for early pickouts, take people out. So Jade's really doubled by Jodie Waite and Sophie Patterson, and you're perfect if at your Phoenix. You'll sacrifice your 2 of your 1-pointers to take out arguably Cardiff's best interior defender.
100%, and now the Phoenix can go with a 5-on-4 of Patterson. Patterson's deciding to keep Jade in the backcourt.
To be honest, taking out a 1 for 4.5, you take the 4-on-4. Wheeler in, banks it home, but now you've got to be careful on the mismatch, because Atkins got deep positions. The Phoenix is going to have to flood back. Shot clock is off. Game clock down to the final 8 seconds. Morrow with the ball in her hands, going to fire up the 3, in and out, rebound steal, and that will end the third quarter here in East London, and the home side lead 58 points to 42.
And that's great quarter for the Phoenix. They're managing to maintain a pretty comfortable lead as the third quarter comes to an end. Beth Wheeler remaining hot on offense and the rest of the team managing to move in transition, using their speed and agility to get her the position she wants. I just want to point out the great work from the low pointers of Jodie Waite and Sophie Patterson, keeping the defensive size of Jade Atkin in her own, in the offensive half, so she cannot get back to stop Wheeler taking those post-up shots. So that's a real team effort to keep the points tallying and maintain their lead. So I think Ad will be happy with his team offensively there. Maybe they need to tighten up a little bit and stop Atkin from getting the shot she wants on the baseline, or stop her or Morrow getting those curls in the elbow into the paint. But that was a good third quarter for the Phoenix, and that's exactly what they needed to do, is continue that momentum.
And obviously we'll flip it round to the visitors from Cardiff. 16 points is a lot. Is there a way they can get back into this game?
I think they have to be stopping Beth Wheeler from continuing to get the Phoenix more and more points, so they can try and catch up a bit. But it's all about getting Morrow and Atkin to the positions they want to be in to get the points.
Indeed, realistically, even if you have a great defensive quarter, you're going to hold a team like East London Phoenix 5-6 points, let's say 6. So they get to 64. Now you've got to find 20 plus points of offense, and that's where it's got to be the focus. Yes, you've got to stop defense, but to score, you've got to cage 16, so you're going to need to find offense. And obviously Jade Atkin still has a hot hand, but she can't do it on her own, and Katie Morrow chipped in, but you now need a third scorer on the court.
Exactly, and the Archers low pointers have got to be thinking about how they can get their bigs to the position they want to get in, and work as a unit, as Phoenix have been doing in transition, to get the shots that they want to get. But they've got a lot of work to do.
As Cardiff come out onto court with Jade Atkin physically pushing Devi Steele off the court. Nice try, Jade. Don't quite get away with that one.
Respect the hustle like that.
But yeah, Jade and Dell Atkin, Morrow, Watson and Phillips for the Archers. For Phoenix, it's Wheeler, Conroy, Steele, Tillman, and into the game for the first time, Chloe Carter. As Wheeler going to fire at free, gets contact late. Referee's happy with it. Libby Phillips, good defense to force the kind of Wheeler just to be off balance as she was shooting the ball.
That's it. You don't want her to be setting up properly for a three. If you can just take her slightly off balance, slightly on the angle that she doesn't want, that's the way you've got to be stopping those 3-point shots from dropping.
It's great to see. Obviously, we saw a debut for Nikita Wright earlier for Archers. Great to see Chloe Carter onto the floor as well, as the overpass of Dell Atkin trying to find a cut in Kate Morrow. Chloe Carter only picked up wheelchair basketball a couple of years ago while at University of Hull, and obviously it's great to see taking time that the Buck system's starting to develop 1 or 2 extra players to add to the talent pool.
100%. It's fantastic to see the squad developing, and Amy Conroy with a fantastic drive and layup finish there. That shows her experience and her class to be able to create offense on her own and extend the Phoenix lead.
Yeah, Conroy now 6 points personal, 3 of 10 on her return to play. Been 10 months as Carter able to contest with Morrow, but again Kate Morrow deep in the paint, and again it's just being able to stop the chairs early for Phoenix where it's going on. But yeah, Chloe Carter, University of Hull player, played a couple of years in Bucks and starting to grow as Beth Wheeler drops the ball, and I was able to catch up with her earlier in the week, and it's for her it's just about getting experience. She's around the team last year, was originally going to be development playing, got a little bit of court time at the end of the year, but what I've heard is Chloe Carter can cook. And she's definitely one that's providing snacks in training camps and after games, as she misses the 2, but Conroy doesn't able to get the putback to go either. So it'll be interesting to see if we can steal some of those post-game snacks, Joel.
That's important, man. It's got to have team morale, and baking is a great way to increase team morale.
Hey, and if we're getting free food as well, we'll never complain. It's Morrow 100%. In the paint, Conroy on the contest from behind, Tillman in front. Again, Phoenix have done a better job of almost doubling shooters and Morrow and Atkin when they've had chances, but Conroy streaking down the floor, Steele finds her in the paint. She'll give it back, foul line wide open. Devi Steele gets it to go, and that's great patience by Conroy. Defense is always going to collapse when you're streaking down the floor, and have the patience to find the trailer and Steele.
That's it. It's perfect decision making to see where is the highest percentage shot. Steele wide open on the free throw line, and she manages to convert.
And that puts Devi Steele up to 19 points to go with 8 rebounds. And we're also on triple-double watch, Joel. Beth Wheeler, 27 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, as Chloe Carter gets the stop, tries to find the outlet. Good defense by Morrow to blow it up, but Phoenix come up with it. Shot clock late to reset, because I think the officials assumed that had possession. Conroy down the floor, she's going to beat Adele Atkin in a race, and she lays it home for 2.
Nice composed fast break there from Amy Conroy to extend the lead to 20.
and you can tell she's just easing herself back in. People that have seen Amy Conroy play for years knows how quick she can go, and she feels like she's just trying to ease off a little bit, obviously with a game tomorrow as well, as Morrow, long two, doesn't go, and another rebound for Conroy.
I think if the Archers have any chance to get back in this, their bigs have to find their scoring rhythm again. Now Beth Wheeler on the three-point line, pressed hard, finds DB Steele in a good position. Unlucky not to finish there. Phillips with the rebound. Yeah,
it looked like Adele Atkin got away with a little bit of contact from the weak side. You can hear the Phoenix bench wanting the foul, but referee's happy with it as Morrow runs into the back of Wheeler. Has to kick to Atkin. She'll spot up, doesn't go, and there is another rebound for Wheeler. That's number 9. Conroy and Carr ahead of the Packers. Wheeler kicks it ahead as Conroy over, give and go, Wheeler scoop, layup doesn't go, and Neve Watson can't quite control the defensive rebound, so it'll be Phoenix ball and timeout called by head coach Tom Guntrip.
There's a nice bit of passing team play from the Phoenix to get Beth that layup underneath the basket. Unfortunate not to make it, but I think it's a timeout call.
And if you're, from Archers, but if you're Cardiff right now, you're really focused on your transition defence. You're just giving wide open lanes for Amy Conroy to push the floor.
I said they need to stop her chair as soon as possible because they can't give her the space to move. She's a quick and agile 4-point player, and if she gets anywhere near that basket with a low pointer, she's likely to finish it. So they've got to sharpen up and watch her leaking out, and also get their bigs back into the rhythm that they wanted. Jade there, she had a nice shot on the baseline mismatch that she'd usually like, and was just unfortunate to not find the basket. But if they've got any chance to claw their way in and minimise this 20-point lead, they've got to be heating up on the offensive end, Cardiff.
Indeed. As this game is starting to drift away from the visitors, it's looking like potentially they go into Christmas 1 and 2. But the beauty of this format is obviously you play each team 3 times. So Cardiff have got still a chance. When they play East London again next year, if they can win both, then you still the head-to-head, and that becomes so powerful if you're trying to get into the top 2 in seeding.
Exactly, and they'll take the experience from playing this game into the next game they have against Phoenix, seeing where are the threats and how can we do better both offensively and defensively to make the right plays needed to minimise the lead from Phoenix next time round, and see if they can make some changes. But now Wheeler on the inbound finds Conroy on the 3-point line, back to Wheeler behind the screen. That's the shooter's position she wants to be in, but unfortunate not to find the basket.
She doesn't want to be there. She wants to be above the 3-point line, Joel.
Well, maybe. Fair, when you're going 5 from 7 from the 3-point line, that's where you want to be.
As Atkin doesn't quite get to go. Cardiff looks like they're trying to change a little bit, play a little bit upper tempo, but now it's Chloe Carter pushing the floor. She's going to get deep position over Katie Morrow, but Katie Morrow leaves Wheeler open on the back. Wheeler leaves it short, doesn't get the offensive rebound to go either. Beth Wheeler again struggling from inside the arc, but steals it away from Morrow. Deflect it out of bounds, but this is a really tricky spot. 20 on the shot clock, so Cardiff have got 4 seconds to get it over.
I wonder if Phoenix will put on a small hustle to try and stop that pass getting over the halfway line. Beth Wheeler seems to do a one-person press.
Yeah, you wonder if Amy Conroy is going to almost front Atkin.
Try and get in
she
front
does,
of the chair.
she does. And
there
Atkin
we
tips
go.
it over, but good. It ends up in the Dells Hatch. It's a good job by the Archers to get it over. So 9 out of 10 times you probably see that end up in an 8-second violation, but Adele Atkin, DB Steele gets backed onto her, makes the pass really difficult. It's Jade Atkin now, 6 on the shot clock. Morrow underneath, over Carter, gets it to go. Katie Morrow just recognising it. Jade Atkin's going to need an option and find a way to cut across the paint.
Yeah, good work offensively from Morrow to find the position she wants to be in, and a nice pass from Jade Atkin. Conroy now with the ball, drives past Watson into the lane and finishes off the layup.
And that's
into Jamie Conroy.
And that's going to do her confidence a world of good. Coming off, Amy Conroy not playing in 10 months, now just starting to have a bit of success. She had a bit of rust early on, but knowing she can do what she's been so good at for so many years for GB.
That's it, finding her rhythm is what Phoenix need over the season. And Morrow for the 3-point line. Fresh air on that one.
As substitutions, Rebecca Ganley, I believe, in for the first time for the Archers, weighing 6. Leah Evans as well back into the game as Morrow and Phillips take a breather. And we are still on triple-double watch for Beth Wheeler. She's got the 10th rebound, so she's 1 assist away from, I believe, her first triple-double in WPL.
I think it's doable in the last 5 minutes.
As Wheeler floating from the right side.
Good jump from Leah Evans.
Yeah. Tillman on the roll, but Wheeler's going to stop and pop, get it to go.
You might be able to stop the three, but if she finds the position on the elbow, she will punish you.
As Cardiff trailing by 22. Evans to Atkin on the cut again, and good move by Jade Atkin, who has had a slow second half, but a career type day for Jade Atkin. She's up to 30 points to go with 10 rebounds and 5 assists.
Yeah, it's fantastic from her, fantastic shooting.
As Phoenix going to talk it over again, and it's definitely some learning curves for both teams, but for Phoenix it feels like it's pretty obvious where we're going down the defensive end, the amount of cuts they've allowed into the paint.
Yeah, they need to stop those bigs from getting that baseline drive and getting into the charge circle, because at the height that the likes of Atkin and Morrow have, they're not going to be missing from those kind of ranges. So it's just tightening up your one-to-one defense really against those players to try and suppress that Archer's offense.
Indeed, as obviously Phoenix missing players as well, obviously Freya Levy out as well, but then you've got the 2 Dutch internationals to add as well. How strong is this team looking as they try and take on Loughborough Lightning in the new year?
100%. I mean, a 20-point margin now without the 2 Dutch signings shows that when they have them in the squad, they're going to be a formidable force to potentially challenge the title holders currently of Loughborough Lightning, and I'm excited to see those games next year.
Indeed, and that is the opening game after Christmas here at the University of East London Sports Dock. East London Phoenix, Loughborough Lightning, Saturday the 13th of January, 3 PM tip, and that one you will not want to miss. Obviously, Bo Kramer had a huge outing last week for Loughborough Lightning, but now getting against her compatriot Bo last week, 35 points in the victory, as another 3 up by Beth Wheeler. This time doesn't get it to go, and it allows Atkin to pull in the long rebound. Amy Conroy.
Charge call on Jade Atkin, I believe, just miscontrolled her chair there, and a nice stop from, I believe, Beth Wheeler to force Jade Atkin to charge.
I was going to say, Amy Conroy out the game. It was replaced by Chloe Fiveash, and it's Fiveash who drew the foul, as Nikita Wright, apologies, who made her WPL debut in the first half, will get some more court time as well, and it's a perfect time. The game, realistically, 20 points in 4 minutes isn't going to be made up, so this is a time to give some players some debuts and also say, we've got minutes up for grabs, come earn them, and these are the spots where you can do that.
Exactly.
As Waite, foul line, gets it to go, and that's a shot she's been practicing all summer long. Jodie Waite moving from Ireland to London, now studying at the University of East London. It's allowed her to have an extended amount of court time. She's pretty much here every day. I see her in the building, so she gets that to go. Atkin responds, and we've got a 3-pointer by Jade Atkin, first of the season in the WPL.
Fantastic reply from Atkin there to get that 3. She'll be happy with that one.
And I do need to see who assisted the basket by Jodie Waite. I can't remember if that was a pass by Beth Wheeler. If it was, that will be Wheeler's triple-double. This time, no assist, as it's an elbow shot she knocks down.
Creates that offense on her own. Absolutely fantastic.
As the Phoenix lead is 21. Reminder, they go to Worcester, 2 PM tomorrow at the University of Worcester Arena. If you're in the West Midlands, feel free to head down and check that one out. And indeed, confirmation from stats, Jodie Waite's jump shot was assisted by Beth Wheeler, so triple-double for Wheelers. Atkin again continues the strong shooting, and she goes up to 35 points personal now, Jade Atkin.
Absolutely fantastic, and Beth Wheeler will be very happy with that triple-double. Great first game of the season for her, and see if she can take that momentum into the games later on in the season. Wheeler with the ball, pressed on the 3-point line by Evans, stopping that 3-point shot.
Waite on the roll, finds Cohen Brown as Adele Atkin came to help. Beautiful ball movement.
That's great team play, to see the open player and get the highest percentage shot you can. Great positioning from Cohen Brown there to be under the basket where she needs to be, when she needs to be there.
And it'll be a timeout called by Tom Guntrick to get some subs in, and presumably at this point, again, have another option to look at lineups. And Joe, obviously, we'll focus a little bit on Cardiff. Obviously, career day for Jade Atkins. She's been terrific, but how much will the rest of the team be looking at? Okay, we know Jade can do that, but we've got to play way better to prop her up and compete in games like this.
That's it. They can't rely on one person to score all the points. They need to have other options. So maybe in training over the Christmas break before their next game, they should be thinking about how can we adapt our game when teams start doubling shooters like Jade. Where can the other points come from, and how can we set up plays for the likes of Morrow and Evans to get the shots they want to be getting when teams are putting so much focus on one player.
Indeed, Jade Atkin, 35 points. Katie Morrow was 16, and then just the 2 points from Sam Hill. Now, we knew it was going to be difficult for Sam Hill to play today without Francesca Attunazzi. Made the lineups for Tom Guntrick really difficult to get Hill in the game. But you still need that extra scoring. Leah Evans obviously has 11 assists, so has done a good job, but you need people like Evans, Adele Atkin to just chip in with a few points to keep the scoreboard ticking over when it gets difficult for Jade Atkin.
That's it, because if all of your players across the board are chipping in with points, then the defence has to be much more spread out because they can't let anyone have those open shots. So it benefits the team as a whole. But into the final 2 minutes and 30 seconds of the fourth quarter, with Olivia Phillips bringing the ball up for the Archers.
Yeah, it looks like Archers have gone with a slightly different lineup. Jade Atkin getting her first break of the day. So for the Archers, it's Hill, Adele Atkin, Phillips, Ganley and Wright, as Rebecca Ganley from 15 foot gets it to go.
Fantastic.
And Rebecca Ganley, another one that's come through the development system in Wales with North Wales Knights for Women's League as well to get some court time, and she's played all 3 years but had a more extensive role as Wheeler thought about the three, but they just leave Five-Ash on the roll wide open. She gets it to go.
It's a fantastic offensive move from the Phoenix, knowing that the attention is going to be drawn to Beth Wheeler on the three-point line.
But it's also there for Cardiff. That's just a communication error. 3 people going to Wheeler. You can't just give up a wide open roll like that, as Libby Phillips finds Hill on the block, and Sam Hill leaves it a little bit to the left. Good contest by Waite. As we're into the final 2 minutes of this WPL season opener for the East London Phoenix, as Wheeler now to Curran Brown down low. Curran Brown doesn't get it to go, corrects the rebound. She'll reset. Wheeler triple teamed but has to get it up to beat 3 seconds. Another fight for the rebound. Five-Ash keeps it alive, and Phoenix can reset. DB Steele now 8 on the shot clock. Finds Wheeler, who cuts past Ganley, and a little bit too strong on the layup for Beth Wheeler.
It's a great drive, just a little bit off balance on that layup, but some good offensive balls from the Phoenix to continue that offense. Just unfortunate not to convert with some points.
Yeah, Wheeler 31 points, 10 rebounds, 11 assists. And now the skip pass leaves it well short. Brown in the right place at the right time, and she'll get the credit for the steal. And now Phoenix 3 on 1 as Wheeler to Steele. She'll get a little bit of contact from Wright and a foul called, and now earn 2 free throws.
Unfortunate not to get the and one there, DB Steele, but it's a nice call from the referee, and she'll go to the line for 2.
I think it's one of those in those situations. If the ball goes in, you probably let it go in a game like this. Now it's out to 20, you can kind of let it go. No one's going to be too upset. But then as soon as it misses, now got to reward the offensive player. There's foul, as Adele Atkin will check out, be replaced by Bethany Francis for the final 52 seconds here at the University of East London Sports Dock, as DB Steele, still the only player from the Phoenix to get to the line today. Can't quite convert the first, neither the second, so Steele 1 of 5 from the line, but she's had a terrific outing. 19 points, 9 rebounds.
That's it. That'll give her confidence for the next few games coming up in the season, so I'm pleased for her.
Sam Hill, potentially the final offence of the day for the Archers, as Phillips now 7 on the shot clock. The offense force well out. Phillips is going to roll it into the 15-footer. Doesn't get it to go. The ball will triple out of bounds, but as the shot clock expires...
Good defense from Phoenix to push the Archers out and make them take a shot they don't really want to be taking from a range like that.
And I say referee's going to debate, is there any time left? If there is, well, I would say a second, because that's all we can put on the shot clock, but really it was pretty simultaneous for me from up here in the balcony. Indeed, it is shot clock violation between the ball going out of bounds and the shot clock expiring. So Phoenix with one final offence of this Women's Premier League round 3 game. Cardiff set to drop to 1-2 on the season, and East London Phoenix go to 1-0, headed the trip to the winless Worcester Wolves tomorrow. As Wheeler to Waite, foul line again. She's made one from there, this time in and out, and
great decision making from Wheeler to see that the Archers had covered the pick and roll to see Waite, but in the final seconds of the game, and that's that.
Roll off the clock, and indeed it is final score here at UEL. East London Phoenix, the home side, picking up a 76-55 victory. And really, it was the middle two quarters that did the damage for the Phoenix. Cardiff won the opening quarter 15 points to 12, but then a 23-12 second quarter and a 23-15 third quarter opened up the game, and Phoenix closed out 18-13 in the fourth. And Joel, really, it's not often you say MVP could go to Jade Atkin. She was terrific, 35 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists on 16-28 shooting, so 50%, but it's today the easy decision you're going to make. Beth Wheeler, 31 points, 10 rebounds, 11 assists, 5 made threes, and realistically robbed of a 6 as well with a Nicole, where on replay clearly behind the line, but referees called it a long 2.
100%. She's had an absolute corker of a game from the three-point line, but also distributing to her teammates to get those assists and being a defensive powerhouse with those rebounds, trying to stop the likes of Atkin and Morrow from getting those second chance points. So the Phoenix should be very happy with that performance, considering that they don't have their 2 new Dutch signings of Mariska Beyer and Julia van der Sprong to still win by 21 points against a strong Cardiff side. So they'll be happy this evening. And Cardiff with some positives to take away in terms of their shooting, but still a lot more work to do defensively to stop the shooters of Wheeler, Conroy and Steele. But it was an exciting game, and very entertaining for neutrals and fans of Phoenix and the Archers.
Indeed, Devi Steele, 19 points, 9 rebounds, and Amy Conroy on her return to line up, 23 minutes, 10 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, as the Phoenix will prepare for Worcester Wolves tomorrow at the University of Worcester Arena, 2 p.m. tip. But that will conclude it here from UEL Sports Doc. From Joel Clifton and myself, Mike Hanson-Morris, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in January. East London Phoenix, Loughborough Lightning on deck.
Thank you very much, everyone.